Good evening, everyone. I am so excited tonight to talk about market research, how to research your target market, and how do you know if you're on track with your target market. And this is such an important step in your process of your online business and in the process of generating leads. If you don't get this, guys, you're never going to get it. I've got a bit of glare here because one of the lights in my kitchen, so I'm just going to move this. Just bear with me a moment. All right, just one moment. Okay, that should work a little bit better. Hopefully you can see me better now. Great, so there's a couple of different sources I use to do market research. And when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about free market research. You can definitely go get paid market research. I do recommend that if you are trying to target a specific niche and you're really unclear about who they are and that niche is not available through your regular avenues of, say, Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, or other avenues like that. Sometimes it can pay to do market research. However, for 99% of you in here, you're going to be able to do the free research and get the same information. So there's really 3 areas or 4 areas that I look at. The first thing, the number one thing to do though, is to go and connect into Facebook groups where you think your target market might be. For example, my target market is mompreneurs, mums who have their own businesses and also have kids. So I would go and connect into groups of women business groups, potentially mummy groups, but mummy groups might not have many business owners in there. So you'd really want to look at that very carefully first. Just regular business groups and ask them, hey, mum's in here. I'd love to get your help and feedback. But you want to basically resonate with your ideal target audience. So you want to be joining the groups that are really your target audience. If you're not sure, join the group. Hang out there for a couple of weeks. You're going to quickly find out if that group is your ideal target audience. Yep. So the first thing to do is you go into those groups and then you can ask them, you can actually set up a poll on Facebook to say, what's the number one thing that you want to know about X, whatever your situation, whatever your product is offering. For example, personally, I do a couple of different things for mompreneurs. I do digital marketing, I do social media, and I do Facebook ads. I have asked in some of these groups at different times about these things specifically. So the first question that I would post would be, what's your number one thing that you want to know about Facebook ads? Yeah. And then I would wait for everyone to start posting and saying, well, I'd like to know when to post, I'd like to know what to post, I'd like to know what about this or the budget or whatever it is that they're posting. Yep. And you want to collect those answers somewhere. And I will show you how I do that in a minute. But ultimately, you want to be hanging out in these groups. I like to hang out and give input for a week or 2 before I actually start posting things like polls, just to really get a good feel of it, number one, but also to make sure that people know that you're not just there to get information. It's good to kind of have a bit of a sense of trust already in the client base, because then they're going to actually give you the information. So yeah, asking them, what's the number one thing that I need to know about this? If you have a couple of products you sell, definitely do them in separate polls. The other thing I like to do is I might already have an idea of what those answers are going to be, so I can include them and also ask if they'd like to post their own answers below. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen with you so you can have a little look at how I do this. Okay, just bear with me. Right, so you should be able to see here my poll that I have created. Now this was for my workshop that I was running. Just bear with me. I've just got my night shift mode on. So I'm just gonna turn that off. That will make it a bit easier for you to read. Right, so the first thing is, what's your number one objection to paying for an online video course which would teach you how to get more leads through digital marketing and social media, if the said course was going to cost you $120 per month? So what people have said, so you can see I've added a couple and then other people in the group have added a couple. So how can I really trust that you know what you're doing? A lot of people that was the most popular one. What are the costs over and above the teaching to gain ROI? How am I guaranteed to actually watch it and use it? Will it just be another course I never get the benefits from? What are the ROI variables? It's too expensive. I already know how to do this. I bought a product, etc., etc. So people are going to basically vote with a click. Now, the reason why I prefer to do it with a poll and not just ask the question would be more when I'm narrowing down what are the key things. When I first ask the question, I just like leave it open, let people respond with their answers, and it's going to depend a little bit on the group. But just know that you have a poll as an option. It's very easy for people to click on a poll if there's a couple of different answers you think that people might have. But to start with, just go and literally all you have to type in is, what is the number one thing that you would like to know about X, with X being whatever it is that you offer, whatever your product is. Yep. That's a really good starting point for your market research. The next area or tab that I'm coming over to here is called Google Trends. It's trends.google.com. I love Google Trends. I am a little bit obsessed, I'm not going to lie. It's pretty fun. So let me show you one example here. Is if you just look at the one they've got here, Taylor Swift or Kim Kardashian, because that's what we want to know about, isn't it? So you can actually select, so you can change this to anything. So you can see that obviously Tay-Tay is overtaking Kim here. Awesome. But I can actually change this name here. So I could go, okay, what are people like searching more? Social media advertising, or let's say Facebook advertising, or let's say digital marketing. The other thing I love about that is you can also check this for your area. So I'm going to check it for Australia. Yeah, and maybe South Australia. And I'm going to check for the past year, or past, yeah, let's say past 12 months. And then you're going to be able to see, oh, it's edited back. Just let me change this back. So what did we say? Digital marketing. Let's just remove that. Digital marketing. All right, it doesn't want to do it. So let's remove it. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Let's start from the beginning. Okay, so digital marketing. We're going to compare that to social media advertising. We're going to compare that to Facebook advertising. Yeah. And so we can see based on this, more people are looking for Facebook ads and digital marketing than social media advertising. So I'm going to take that one out now. And what I'm going to now look, instead of Facebook advertising, let's have a look at Facebook ads and see which one comes up. So that's interesting, isn't it? Because Facebook ads come up more than Facebook advertising. So you can see from this, you really can get a really good idea on what your ideal target market is searching for. Now, if I change that to, let's say, the United States or the UK, let's say, and let's see the difference. Yeah, so you can see that digital marketing is way higher in Facebook advertising, and Facebook ads is slightly lower, but they're all fairly even keel, which is interesting. Yep. So depending where you are, and if we have a look at the United States, so I like to play around and see like what's, you know, in different cultures. So you can see that Facebook advertising is way down. People don't search for it. They definitely search much more for Facebook ads. So this is really great because it allows us to see the terms. And actually, this is how I named my business, because I realized that people don't actually search for the digital marketing, the term of search, digital marketing in Australia as much, and they don't really know what it is. And so it's better to have social media. So there's different, excuse me, different ways that you can run things. The key thing is you can compare. Let's say you remove, let's remove these for a minute, and let's say we had a business that was about, let's say, dog biscuits. So we could look for, say, dog biscuits. Yeah. And then compare it to, say, dog treats. Yeah. And we're looking in the United States here past 12 months, and you can see dog treats way higher, guys. Let's have a look at dog food. Yeah. Dog food trumps them all. I'm not surprised by that. So it just gives you a good idea in terms of search engine optimization, SEO. What are people searching for? We're obviously not using it for SEO at this point, but we are using it for understanding our market, understanding what terms they type into Google. We can also use it for long form. It doesn't have to be just short form. So we can also use it for long form text. If we remove this one. So you could look, for example, how to set up Facebook ads and compare that to how to set up Instagram ads. So we wanted to understand the two. Yep, and you can see people are looking up how to set up Facebook ads, and then not at all searching for how to set up Instagram ads. So interesting. Okay, so all kinds of different things you can search there. Really, really useful tool. The website is trends.google.com. Using the Facebook groups, great. Now, the final area where I tend to use is the Answer the Public website. This is it. It's quite funny. This little video loops, and it looks like the guy's getting cranky at you. So once you get to the Answer the Public website, just scroll down to this box here, and you can type in your subject matter area. So for me, I'm going to type in social media marketing, and I'm going to click on Get Questions. And this is absolutely brilliant, guys. If you scroll down, just thinking, we'll take a moment to think. Yeah, I have now found 121 questions about social media marketing that people are searching for on Google. So here we go. What social media marketing does, what social media marketing, how social media marketing works, how social media marketing helps businesses, how social media marketing has changed. This is great for both blog posts, for content, if you're really running out of ideas for content. It's also wonderful for figuring out what your public are actually asking about. So it will show you, like, the ones that are deeper green are the more popular ones. So this one, can social media marketing really help my business? Which social media marketing is the best? Who is a social media marketing? That's a bit silly. How social media marketing works. Is social media marketing effective, for example? So it will show you the key questions that people are asking about social media marketing. Let's just go back with that and then ask about the dog food, or dog treats, should we say. Same thing. And you'll be able to see straight away what people are asking about dog treats. Just scroll down. Sometimes it can take a couple of minutes, guys, so just be patient. Yeah. Will dog treats hurt cats? Can dog treats go bad? Where to sell dog treats? Which dog treats are bad? Which dog treats are the best? When do dog treats expire? Which dog treats are safe? How dog treats are made? What dog treats are bad for dogs? So it really just gives you a really comprehensive overview of what people are asking about your product, about your marketplace. So those three areas alone are really great for market research. This site is called answerthepublic.com. You just type it in. Facebook groups, you guys are aware of that. Another area is LinkedIn groups. Also really useful if you're more in the B2B space. But there's so many different ways that you can do your market research, find out the answers to what you want to know. And it's highly recommended that you do that before you put too many man hours into developing a business, developing a target market, developing a concept for them. And then you have to go backwards because you're like, oh, that doesn't translate to what the market's telling me. So definitely do your due diligence first with this, guys. Play around with these sites. use it to get really, really understanding on what your marketplace is asking for and what they're talking about and how they're Googling and how they're searching and how they think of it in their minds, because sometimes the way we think of it is very different to how they think of it. For example, I know what digital marketing and online marketing are. Other people don't know what that is. So they call it social media. And it's really the overall element, including social media, but my public, my customers don't know that, so I can't call it that for them. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to stop the share now so I can say goodbye to you guys. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to drop me a line, send me an email, or give me a buzz. Thanks so much. Bye.